Hello, I welcome you to today's lesson. My name is Paul Williams Ofori. Today's lesson is for class 3 or B3, and today we are looking at science. Okay, so we are looking at strand 2, cycles. Strand 2, cycles. Substrand 1, earth science. Let's look at the indicator. Describe some cyclic events like day and night, wet and dry seasons, and their intervals or periods. Let me take it again. The indicator. We have to describe some cyclic events like day and night, wet and dry seasons, and their intervals or periods. These are the key words that we will see. The first one is rotation. Rotation means turning around. Okay. The next one is cycle. It goes round and come back to where it started and goes again. The same pattern. Okay. So that is cycle. Celebration. Celebrate. We celebrate when we are happy. When there is something that is good that has happened. Anytime something good happens, we celebrate. So celebration, that is the word here, celebration. If something happens to you and you are happy, you know your friends will come and then they also share that joy with you. So that is what we describe as celebration. The next one is events. Event is an activity taking place, an activity that is happening at a place. The next one is season. Season is also a period of time. So in Ghana, we have 2 seasons. Period of time where it will rain, period of time where it will not rain. So seasons is just a period of time. Human beings too, we have seasons. Sometimes a season will be a very good one for you. A season 2 can be a very bad one for you. So today our lesson is cyclic events. Cyclic events. All of you, cyclic events. Okay. There are events that occur once and do not occur again. There are other events that occur in the same way over and over again. Events that occur in the same way over and over again are cyclic events. And some examples are, so anytime you hear about cyclic events, they are things that happened and happen again in the same manner, in the same pattern, in the same way. So cyclic events are things that happens and you see them always, the thing will be happening, and how it happens is the same thing, the same way that every year or all the time we see that thing happening. So cyclic events, they are things that happen in the same way over and over in a cyclic events, or they happen in the same way. If today it happens like this, the following day, the same way it will happen. The next day, it's happened in the same way. It happens from time to time, the same pattern, the same process, the same steps. So cyclic events. And we have some examples here. The first one is merry-go-round. The second one is the hands of a clock. We have the third one, birthday celebrations. The next one, Independence Day. We have day and night. We have wet and dry season. And then we have the cultivation of crops. Okay, so let's look at the first one, merry-go-round. Look at this picture. I hope you still play this. You sit on it and it will be going round. You see how it moves? It moves in one direction. Where it will start, it will come back to that state or that point and go again. So it goes in the same direction, the same way, in a cyclic manner. So we say this is a cyclic event because it happens in the same manner, in the same direction from time to time. So if you are sitting on this, If it goes right, it will be going right like that. It will not go right and stop and come back. No, to the left. No, it will go the same way like that. So this is what? Merry-go-round. It takes place, or it happens like what? A cyclic event. The next one is what? The hands of a clock. This is a clock. These are the hands. This is the second. This is what? Minute, and then this the hour. And they all move like this. They move in one direction continuously. There is no way it will move like this, stop and come back. No, because it moves in the same direction continuously. We describe this as what? A cyclic what? It moves in a cyclic what? Manner. It moves in a cyclic what? Manner. So it's one of the cyclic events that we see around. Okay, so we are saying that the hands of a clock move in one direction continuously over and over in the same way. And this can be described as what? A cycle. As what? A cycle. Okay. The next one. I hope you are happy with this. All of you, birthday celebrations. Again, birthday celebrations. Okay. We are in 2025. I don't know whether you have celebrated your birthday. If you have celebrated your birthday, that's good. If you are also here to celebrate your birthday, I hope you enjoy it. So during the celebration, there are a lot of things that happen. This year, if you celebrate it, the following year, next year, you celebrate it. In fact, every year you do it. And you see that this celebration happens from time to time. And how it happens, it's the same thing. If it happens in June, next year June, the following year, the same month, the following year, the same month. So it also happened in what? In the form of a cycle. It also happened in the form of what? Cycle. So birthday is celebrated every year, and this also happens in a cycle. Have you celebrated your birthday this year? Next year, you celebrate it. So those who have not celebrated, or those who have celebrated, that is for this year. Next year, you still remember this day. And I know for you, by all means, you do something. You do something. Your parents will do something for you. So birthday celebration is one of the things that happen in a cycle manner. Okay. So the next one is what? Independence Day. Independence Day in Ghana. This day is so special to us. It happens in March every year. So you see, every year it will happen. Every year it will happen. And we consider this as what? As a cycle. So in Ghana, 6 March is the day set aside to celebrate our independence. School children all over the country march. This happens every year, and it is like a cyclic event. This activity happens every year. And so we describe it as what? Cyclic events. So look at the picture here. 6 March, in fact, everybody becomes happy. The day Ghana, we got our independence. So you see people in their Ghana colors, you see Ghana flag, school children too. In fact, that day, you show your level. Those who don't know how to march, and those who know how to march, everybody will do something. Look at it. The school children, they are dressed nicely. Look at their flags. Very good. So you see them. This year, we have celebrated 6 March. Next year, we will celebrate it. So every year, it happens. Every year, it happens. I don't know what you did this year. Were you part of those who were marching, or you didn't join them? Okay. So if you're not part, try, and then next year, make sure you be part of the squad that will be marching. Okay. So Independence Day also happens in that manner. It happens every year. The next one is what? Day and what? Night. All of you, day and night. Okay. The next one is what? Number 5, day and night. Day and night. Day and night occur in a cycle. The rotation of the earth causes day and night. During the day, the sun shines, and during the night, we see the what? The moon. The night follows the day, and the day also follows what? The night. A full day is 24 hours. That is 12 hours. 12 hours make a day, and 12 hours make what? A night. So we are saying that day and night is also what? A form of what? Cycle. It happens in a cycle. So what we are saying is that the earth rotates. So when the earth rotates, when it turns around, it brings about what? Day and night. And when the earth move around the sun, that causes what? Seasons. Dry seasons and what? Wet what? Seasons. Okay, so let's look at this. We have daytime, we have night time. So during the day, what do we see? What do you do during the day? Do you do these things? Yes, the boys. I know by all means you go and play football. Your mothers too, during the day they will go to work, your fathers will go to work, and you go to school. But after school, even during school time, you play football, you do other things. And then we have here this picture. This is also how the night looks like. You see the houses are there, no one is outside, everybody's inside. You see the moon. Very good. So the night follows the day, day also follows the night. It happens like a cycle. It happens like a cycle. And now I'm saying that day and night happens because the earth what? Rotates. The earth rotates. So the rotation of the earth brings about day and brings about what? Night. And you see, the day we have 12 hours. After 12 hours, then we will be moving to what? Night. Night will have 12 hours. After 12 hours, we'll be moving to day. So this is something that happens continuously from time to time. So day follows night like that. So we are saying that day and night is also what? A form of cycle. It's also a form of what? Cycle. The next one is what? Dry and wet and what? Dry season. Wet and dry season. I explained to you what season is. Season is a period of time in a year. So in Ghana, one full year, we have 2 seasons. A period of time where you experience what? Wet period, and then we also experience what? Dry period or dry season. We have wet season and what? Dry season in a year. So the wet and dry seasons is also what? A cycle. The movement of the earth causes changes in season. In Ghana, the dry season starts from November to April. The wet season also start from May to what? October, and this happens every year. The wet season is also called the raining season, and the dry season is also called the Harmattan season. So from November, you see that it will not rain. All the water bodies will dry up and water becomes so scarce. During this period, we see that the grasses that we see, the plants, all of them will be dying because there is no what? Rainfall. So we say that that period of time, we describe it as what? Dry season. A time too will come that every day it will rain. Every day it will rain. If you are going to school, you need to, prepare yourself. If you are going outside, you need to prepare yourself. Every day it will rain. So we have 2 seasons in Ghana, the dry season and what? The wet season. And every year, these 2 seasons happen. Every year, these 2 seasons what? Happen. Now let's look at the picture here. You see the school children. They are having what? They have their umbrellas. Look at what they are wearing to school. And so they are going to school. What do you think is happening here? It is raining. Because of the rain, they are all using what? Umbrella. So a season, this is what? Wet season or raining season. Okay. Look at this side too. You see the tree, the grasses, and then what? Look at the road. Very dusty. Very, very dusty. All the grasses are dying. There are no leaves on the tree. Meaning this is what? The harmattan season or the dry season. There is no water at all. So this is what happens during harmattan season. So the two period or the two seasons that we have in Ghana, this is what happens: the wet season and the dry season. We are saying that the wet season is what? Raining season. The dry season is what? Harmattan season. This also happen in a cycle manner. So meaning every year, rainy season will come, dry season will come, harmattan season will come, wet season will come. Same thing. Okay. The next one is what? Cultivation of what? Crops. Cultivation of what? Crops. Okay, so this is also what? A form of what? Cyclic events. Now let's read. Some crops are cultivated in a particular period of the year. Every year, such crops are cultivated, and this happens as a cycle or as a cyclic what? Manner. Maize. There is a particular period of time in the year that you have to what? Start cultivating maize. During dry season, if you cultivate maize, it will not what? Grow, and then for you to what? To get what you are looking for. So our crops that we grow or we cultivate, we start from a particular time, because that is where the environment will be okay for it to what? To thrive. Okay, so cultivation of crops is also one of the things that happen in a cyclic manner. So if you start in the rainy season, let's say you have plantation, you have crops that you want to cultivate, and you start it in the rainy season, you see that every year we start it during the rainy season, because that is where the crops will get what? Water to grow and grow well. Okay, so cultivation of crop also happens in what? In a cyclic manner. Now we are coming to importance of day and night. Before we come to importance of day and night, I want us to go over and look at what we have learned so far. So what we have learned is that we have these things which happen in what? In a cyclic manner. The merry-go-round, the hands of a clock, birthday celebration, Independence Day, day and night, wet and dry season, and then what? We have what? The cultivation of what? Crops. All these things happens in a cyclic manner. They happen in what? In a cyclic manner. We are saying that things that happen or events that happen the same way over and over can be described as what? A cycle. Can be described as what? A cycle. And these are events that happens from time to time. Okay. Now let's look at this side. Importance of day and night. Importance of day and night. Number one, we do our activities during the day because the sun gives what? Gives us what? Light. So during the day, one of the things that we enjoy is that because of the sun, we are able to do so many things, the things that we want to do, and we are able to do it. Second one, the light from the sun helps us to see. So during daytime, you don't need electricity. You don't need to on your bulbs and other things, street lights and other things before you can see. The sun provides light for us to see. So that is another importance of daytime. Okay, so the sun gives us heat that is used to dry our things. Most of us, we dry our things during the day because that is where the sun is giving us what? Heat. The heat is used to dry our things. The heat is used to dry our things. So when you wash, you hang it and then the sun will dry it for you. Okay, so the next one is the night. In the night, we rest to get more energy. Another importance of night is that is the time that we rest to get energy. In fact, if you sleep, you see that after waking up, you become energetic, you become refreshed, you get new energy. So sleeping helps us to get what? More energy, or resting helps us to get more energy. The moon provides light for us, or for some people who work in the night. So not everybody works during daytime. There are some people, they work only in the night. So in the night, you see the moon will be providing light. The moon doesn't produce light. It reflects light from the sun. So in the night, we see the light coming from where? The moon. And that light is used by some people to work in the night. Okay, so let's continue. Importance of wet and dry season. We talk about the two seasons, the dry season and the wet season. What are the importance? We get a lot of rain in the wet season. So during wet season, wherever you go, you can get what? Water. Crops and vegetations grow well in the wet season. So during rainy season, you see that the grasses, the plants, and other vegetation, because of the rain, they get what? Water to grow. They need water to grow. And during rainy season, water is so in abundance. Wherever you go, you get water. So because of that, they are able to grow and grow well during wet season. We get more food during the wet season. If plants are growing well, they can what? Produce enough or abundant yield. So during wet season, plants are able to what? Make good yield. They are able to produce. They are able to, thrive well and produce more food for us to eat. The next one is that water bodies get a lot of what? Water. So during wet season, the water bodies, all of them will be full. If you have pond, when it rains, you see the pond, if you are not lucky, it will overflow. You see rivers, gutters. So all these water bodies, they get a lot of what? Water. The next one is that dry season. The dry season helps farmers to prepare their farmlands for planting. So during dry season, farmers that is where they weed the farmland, they chop the trees and then burn it. At that time, the sun will dry the leaves, the plant, everything, and it will help them to what? Burn the things on the farm so that they can get space and work on it conveniently. Okay, so that happens during what? Dry season. Salt extraction during the dry season is effective. So if you go to the coastal areas where they extract salt, they do that during the dry season. So it helps them to get more salt, or help them to work effectively during that time to get more salt. Farmers dry their cocoa, maize, rice, and the rest during the dry season. So if you're a farmer, in fact, it's very good to be a farmer. Yes, it's very good to be a farmer. There's more money in farming. So if you're a cocoa farmer, maize farmer, rice farmer, during dry season, you see they are able to dry their produce for them to store the produce for a very long time. Okay, so during dry season, you see farmers are so happy because that is where they will get what? Sun, they will get heat from the sun to dry what? Their produce. So that is that. So what have we learned so far? We have learned about what happens during day and night. We have learned about what happens during what? Dry season and what? Wet season. We have also looked at how the hands of the clock move, merry-go-round. We have also looked at other things, Independence Day, birthday celebration. You see? So these are the things that so far we have learned, that some events happen. And these events, every year we see them. The way it happens, the same way it happens the following year, and we describe these things as what? Cycle. Examples are these: merry-go-round, the hands of a clock, the birthday celebration, Independence Day, day and night, wet and dry season, and then we have what? Cultivation of crops. So if you are asked to give events that happen in a cyclic manner, you should be able to give these ones as an example. And you should be able to also describe or tell what happens during the daytime and then the nighttime, wet season and dry season, these things, and their importance as well. You should be able to answer them. Okay. Now let's look at some exercises that we have. So we have exercise 1. Underline the correct answer. So these are the ones that we have. How many hours are in a full day? 24, 12, 7, 42. All of you is 24. The full day has 24 hours. Harmattan season is also called what? Rainy, wet, dry, moisture. Harmattan, dry. From May to October every year, Ghana experiences that season. So May to October, what do we experience? Is it harmattan, dry, wet, hot? Wet. Okay, so how many main seasons are in Ghana? In Ghana, how many main seasons do we have? We have 4, 1, 3, and then 2. What's the answer? The answer is 2. Number 5, the dash of the earth causes day and night. Rotation, movement, revolution, running. I've told you that the earth does something, and that causes day and night. Something happens to the earth, and that causes what? Day and night. What is that? Rotation, movement, revolution, and what? Running. The answer is A, rotation. When the earth rotates, it brings about what? Day and night. Okay, so let's look at the next exercise. Underline the correct answer. And then we have another exercise here. We have another exercise, home assignment. Okay, so there is another home assignment here. Draw any of the cycles and state 2 importance of that cyclic event. Okay, so this is an application question for you. I believe you have understood all the things that today I have taught you. Take your time, take your book, read, make sure you ask questions. Feel free, ask your questions at the comment section. You can go to your class teacher and then you ask more questions about what I have taught you. I know your teachers are so good, they are very good. They'll be able to answer your questions and even add more information to what I have given to you. Thank you. My name is Paul Williams Ofori.